The creative process is easily, for whatever reason, the most difficult video, whatever recording going to be. This is going to be difficult for me. I digress. So, here we are. I paint, I draw, I do all these things constantly. I'm constantly trying to make it better. I'm trying to kind of learn about myself and trying to grow what I'm doing in some pursuit of where is this taking me? Where is this going to go? How can I make this thing evolve? And I don't exactly feel that my personal experience is enough to vouch for all creatives on this matter. I think that that is a lot of the difficulty that I'm having with trying to really think about this topic is because I know my experience is so individual and so personalized that every single person may have some parts that are similar, but on their own, there are so many levels and so many things that are going on in each person's mind when they are creating and doing these things. It's difficult for me to elaborate properly. At the same time, I can talk extensively on my personal experience. When I'm creating, I don't want to make one painting. I feel like I got to make 4 or 5 paintings at a time. I currently have 5 paintings waiting to finish drawing. This is just how I operate. It's not like I'm rushing. I'm not trying to, per se, be better in some way. It's just how I function as a creative. Whenever I do certain things, I do them in certain ways. And it's not exactly out of a place of, oh, because I'm trying to be better than the next person. It's purely because this is for myself. This is what I'm pursuing. I'm going to take the art that I'm creating and do something more with it. Where can I take this art? Are there people that I can at some point send this art to? Am I able to execute this idea properly and me feel comfortable with putting it out there and showing people and getting good feedback? These are the things in my creative process I feel that I'm constantly almost plagued by because I really do want to have a good representation of whatever I'm talking about. I don't ever want to sound like I'm talking out of place or out of turn on something that I feel like I could just do some more research about at the same time. So when I talk about certain things, especially when it comes to these more personalized experiences like the creative process, it's hard for me to speak on everybody else's experience. I know and I see people and how they operate, and I can talk about that. But at the same time, I would rather just have these people come on and talk about this stuff with me. So I think that that's where I would leave that part of the creative process. I wouldn't exactly expound on things that are not my own. I can talk about all day, though. Whenever I'm drawing and whenever I'm trying to make something, a lot of times it's not my decision. It's not my I'm not feeling like, oh, I need to make this specific thing. It is an idea. It is a flash of inspiration, a loud noise in my head that says, create now, pencil now, go, do it. And I feel compelled utterly to just go and create something. And if I don't do it, I'm going to get mad at myself. I'm going to feel frustrated. And it's not a frustration that comes from, I would say, that, oh, I can't have my way. Oh, I can't get to make stuff now. Oh, it's more of a frustration where I know that I need to feel better about this. I need to get this out of my system so that I can just have it away from me. I need to get this off my brain, is the best way to explain it. I have to get this poetry out of my head so that it's not in my head anymore. I'm not thinking about this stuff. This is how I kind of use my creativity in that way, my own creative process, as an exercising method to kind of release all of that negative juju. I'm kind of working on how I get my opinions, my thoughts, my ideas, my representation out there to anybody else, and make sure that at the very least, if I'm going to be venting out myself through art, then make sure that that art that I'm venting my energy into is going to be received in a good way. There's no other way that I can really put that for myself personally, because I really do, I want to have a good product. I want to make a good piece of art. I want to find out how I can pursue some deeper level of my own creative talents. And it comes from that purely alone. I'm comfortable sitting in my room all day. That's my creative process. You had me in a room all day creating art. I'm a happy guy. The idea is that many people are not in tune with their own creative process. Many people are not even aware of what makes them creative. And I feel that this thing, even to the degree of education in many ways, is not understood and used. If you take something that somebody's passionate about, they're going to excel. If you take something that somebody wants to do and you're like, hey, how can we make this a better thing for you? Then you are going to put that person on the right path, because if they're able to do this thing well and they enjoy it, what's going to stop them from pursuing it further? Why wouldn't they want to do the best that they can at whatever it is they're trying to do? This is why the creative process is more universally kind of an important thing. It's definitely, I would say, like, if you could realize the possibilities, then I feel that the world would just be a little bit better off, because you could really use a lot of the stuff that you can apply, a lot of the creative process and how people can be passionate for certain things, and find out where these people and kids and everyone are passionate about certain things, and use that to elevate them to a better place. That I feel is a lot better for regulation and emotional stability, and leading to things like a moral compass, and giving somebody the capacity to kind of foster their talents. That is how people are able to find their own creative process, find the things that they enjoy. You may not know you like doing this thing until you do it a little bit. You may not know that you are good at this thing until you've tried it. And that, I feel, is what leads us into things like the creative process. When I started making music, after a while, I wasn't making music anymore. The music was just making me. I was just sitting down at the computer, and whatever things came to my head, it was happening, and it was nice, and I enjoyed every bit of it. That is part, all of these things are part of the creative process, where we're able to enjoy ourselves and find passion and find that thing that is insightful and gives us that moment of peace, that moment of joy. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit with you guys. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll catch you all later.